Well, considering you've made it through the morning.
How are you feeling?
Margaret's dragged me through it. No, we...
Time's in the dressing gown.
for all of you for being here and sharing in that ceremony with us, which was extraordinary. It means a huge amount that you could all be here in this beautiful, beautiful place and join in with the extraordinary singing and listen to the beautiful readings. And I'd like to thank Paddy and Edward. Where's Edward? Yeah. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. They read even more beautifully my very high expectations and thought possible, so thank you both very much. Tamsin and I have sort of reversed the conventional order of the day, in that of all the exciting and amazing things that are going to happen this day, it was this bit, the ceremony, which is obviously the heart and the soul of this whole celebration. So we wanted to share this bit with as many of you all our loved ones and friends and family as we could as possible. So for those of you who are only here to share in this part and no other, thank you so much for being here, ever forget it. So thank you. So, enjoy the cake, which we will cut shortly, the wine, each other, and then at 4 o'clock there's going to be transportation and coach and taxis for those of you coming to dinner. So at 4 o'clock, just be prepared. But in the meantime, Let me just... Hold on, I'm just going to get a drink. I just want to say the smallest amount. That's lovely. I just want to say thank you very much and Merry Christmas and lots of love to everybody. And now I'm going to cut the cake.
Come on, audience.
Yeah. Just, occasionally. Can I have a photograph?
Yeah, absolutely, very nice.
I should go back home and say, guys, you'll never guess what I've done.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, open your presents! Because of that. To the beautiful bridesmaids, I would like to raise a toast in a second. Alice, who has given me such an easy time of it as Tam's best friend. She and Tam are incredibly close, and she's been there to help and support many, many, many times over the last few years. So we are lucky to have her. And her wonderful hair. Alice's hair can hold itself up by its own power. So if she wants to have a ponytail, she just takes a bit and just wraps it around. It's amazing.
It's a skill, guys, it's a skill.
To Erin, who I love to bits and who has found herself a man who is equal to her. Equal to her brilliance and who no doubt deserves her love as well as ours. To you, Erin and Dagan, Alice and Charlotte, who look, not Dagan, you look beautiful. The bridesmaids, Erin, Alice and Charlotte, I would like to raise a toast. So, ladies and gentlemen, raise a glass and join me in toasting the bride. Thanks. To the bride.
Great.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, tricky. Hello. So, many of you will have absolutely no idea who I am. My name is Jack. For better or for worse, I am Philip's best man. We are minutes away now from the capable hands of the Cayley Band and from Finland's first dance, but if you would just bear with me a few minutes longer, there are still some things that need to be said, chiefly, of course, about this handsome young man on my right. So I need to start by saying that I have only known Phil for 3 years. So that's longer than his wife. Just. But as best men go, it's not much. And you know, as I was digging around amongst family and friends, searching for ammunition with which to begin this speech, I couldn't help but feel a little sad. It became apparent just how much I'd missed. The whole childhood. You know, those thighs, so chubby he couldn't get his wetsuit on. The days at his school in Singapore spent crawling around the classroom floor looking at girls' pants. It's a hot topic at most parents' evenings, apparently. I remember standing at the back of the plane on the way out there with the two of them, while Tam flirted outrageously, and just thinking, trouble. And then seeing them on the bus, they sat next to each other and there was definite hand-holding, there was more trouble. And then first night when we got to the hotel in Michigan, where everyone was having a drink in the bar except them, and then down they came half an hour later to join us together. So the rumours were now irrefutable. But clearly we were wrong to doubt. From that first night in Michigan, they didn't spend a night apart for the whole tour. And beyond. In fact, I think I'm right in saying that it wasn't until February the following year, that's 4 months later, that they spent their first night as a couple apart. And even then, they slept with a phone call connected between their phones all night. This is not a joke, like a baby monitor. It's sickening. But anyway, as you can imagine, very quickly the rest of us on that tour were out of the picture. Philip was gone, lost to the charms of the beautiful young lead, and we were all left to seeing them only as we fought past them, kissing again backstage during the show in the dark. In LA, at least, they found a private arena in which they could get up to their backstage mischief undisturbed. The so-called Dustin Hoffman toilet became a second home. And it was a welcome relief for us all. I should also say that there was, of course, one way in which you could stay in close contact with a happy couple, closer, in fact, than you might possibly want. And that was if you were unlucky enough to be in the hotel room next door. It's okay, it's okay. There was one traumatised member of that company recalls several long nights kept awake by Phil and Tam next door playing a game that they had created called Hunt the Twix. I think if I go into details, people will leave, so I'm not going to. Let your imagination guide you. But as we move from city to city on that job, even I think the staunchest cynic amongst us began to realise that probably what they found was something quite special. Tam might not remember this, but I sat on a beach with her in LA while Phil was frolicking in the waves. And she said very openly to me that she thought Phil was the one, that normally he wouldn't be the type she ended up with. I don't know what that means. It sounded nicer when she said it. Normally he wouldn't be the type she'd end up with, but there was something that made her know that this was it. And I am normally a great cynic about the idea of there being one person for someone. I always think it's all timing, convenience, but I have to say, never have I felt more wrong about that than with these two. Watching them come together over that tour and fall so far and so deeply for each other over the last 2 years, it really is very difficult to imagine that it could ever have been any different. They quite simply are two people who were meant to meet, who fit. We've done Tam and Phil, so let's do Phil and Tam.
See the pyramids along the Nile. Watch the sunrise on the tropic island.